Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 268. The album that I'll be reviewing today is, as promised, Styles P with his debut album, A Gangster and the Gentleman, released in 2002. You guys should know who Styles P is. He's the MC 1/3 of LOX. One At one point, 1/4 of D Block, 1/5, whatever the case may be. The reason I say it is because of LOX, and then J Hood at one point. So that's why 1/4. But anyways, gonna review this album. I appreciate everybody's feedback regarding my review that I did yesterday for Jadakiss' solo album. Had some mixed reviews, which I like because I like to see people's opinions on certain things. Like, oh, I prefer this album over this album. I like conversations like that. You know what I mean? But as long as it's respectful, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of shocked to hear about Kiss of Death, which I will do a review on. I do just disclaimer. I do not have Styles P's Time Is Money. I need to get my hands on that. I know for a while, that was been kind of hard to find for me, but I'll just settle in to just get it from eBay or wherever the case may be. And I know that one has been going up in price and stuff like that. So, because a lot of those albums are out of print. So, with that being said, let's get into the album. Styles P, LOX, um, was part of Bad Boy at one point with LOX, and then got into Rough Riders, dropped Money, Power, Respect, and then We Are the Streets. He was all over, those albums, and as well as Jadakiss's album, and by now he finally was able to release this album. All right, let's get into it. Right, pardon itself. So this album spawned two singles. The singles are Good Times, the I Get High song, I Get High, High, High. Everybody knows that song, and The Life with Pharoah Monch. So I fucking love that song. So I'll get into it later on. But let me get a swig of water. All right. So like I said, two singles. And let's see what the album looks like. All right, so you can see Styles P looking at it. You see like a silhouette of him, or like a kind of like a not a silhouette, but you know what I'm trying to say, kind of like a fading look of him looking at you and shit like that. So that was pretty cool. Then you got Styles P and his little son right there. Pretty little look. That's like real New York shit right there. He got the black S with the gold CD. I thought that was pretty cool. He got like the little, kind of like the holding cell or whatever the case may be, like the central booking of, I guess. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Yeah. All right. Open it up. All right. So as you can see, style. You got the little gear, the little apparel. Nigga, him and his crew. Got his son right there in front of the store. Styles P right there. On some like Illmatic shit. Kind of remind me of that. Just the way he's dressed and like the little background. You know what I mean? So pretty cool. And as of just like the Styles the Jadakiss album got like the coming soon. So like I showed you guys the link. I shared the link with the exception of the Game Dog. I don't think this ever came out, but these two did come out, and it's on YouTube, so you can check them out. And then you got the Eve coming soon album, which I believe was the Evolution album because Scorpion had already came out. So by that time, then Jadakiss coming soon, which would be eventually Kiss of Death, Drag on Hell on Back, which ended up coming out in 2004, which I need to get my hands on. I don't have that. Fiend, The Addiction, that never came out. Chic Lou's solo album, Walk With Me, which I will do a review on. That's coming up next. Hard Love and War, that never came out. The LOX album coming soon. Didn't come out at that time. I know they came out with an album called like No Security back in 2008, but that was like more like a compilation album. The Infrared Cross, Emergency, that never came out. D Block Presents J Hood, that never came out, unfortunately, because that was supposed to be called Tales from the Hood, and that was supposed to be his album, and unfortunately that never came out. So which is unfortunate. You got the the shout outs, the thank yous, and all that good stuff. Now let's get into the features of the album. Features of the album, you got Swiss Beats, PK Killer, dope producer. Um, you got Angie Stone, you got Little Mo, Eve, Chic Luch, Jadakiss, J Hood. I mentioned Eve again. MOP, uh, Garth, Cross, Pharoah Monch. Yeah. Alright, so those are the features of the album, alright? Now let's get into the producers. The producers in the album feature Styles P himself. Let me see who else. Guy named Saint Denson, Swiss Beats, obviously. Um, PK Killer, Killer Tracks, DJ Clue, The Alchemist. Let's see who else. Believe Rockwilder's on this shit. DJ Twins of like Def Squad fame. Mr. Divine, who was I believe was also on the Jadakiss album as well. PK Killer Tracks I mentioned before. DJ Shock. Um, Tank, yeah, believe it or not, Tank, the R&B singer, did a track on this shit. So was I was kind of shocked though, but he actually made a beef on this album. Tune Heads, Ayatollah, those are the producers of the album. All right, now let's get into the meat and potatoes like I usually do. Let's get into the album. All right, let me get a swig of water. All right. We got track one, the intro. Pretty much, it's just saying that just letting the people know that he has a lot to say, and that he's the baddest motherfucker in the building. You know what I mean? So, baddest motherfucker alive. You know that kind of thing. So, just him talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I got from that. Track two, Good Times, which was the first single of the album. I get high, I get high, I get high, I get high. I've never been a fan of this song. I thought this song was kind of like corny, in my personal opinion. Not so much the subject matter. I just didn't really care for the beat. The beat felt kind of repetitive. Like I get high, 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 high. I can't do like for whatever how long that song was, like 3.5 minutes or whatever. I can't. That's just not for me. I didn't really care for the beat. But that was produced by Saint Denson and Swiss Beats. It's actually his most successful single of his whole career, honestly. It's like what got him, it's like his breakthrough single as an artist, you know what I mean? It's like what people know him for. Um, yeah, just never been a fan of the beat, it just never did my thing. So it doesn't matter, I don't mind whatever it is what it is. I don't, if it's done good, it's done good. It's just the beat I didn't really care for. So I know I know that's gonna cause some controversy, but fuck it. So that's track two, Good Times. Y'all know we in here featuring Swiss Beats and PK Killer. One of my favorite tracks of the album. Dope way to start the album. My personal, I think that song should have been second and then Good Times. But that's just me personally. Like kind of segue your way because it kind of like sets the tone of the album. This song definitely sets the tone of the album. My personal opinion. Um, PK Killer and Swiss Beats is in the hook. One of my favorite joints of the album. I love the one when he says, "It's a body for the love of the game, but niggas will cast call a precinct with your government name, but I'm still the one with my guns getting it on. If a nigga bury my man, I bury his mom." Fucking dope shit. So that was track three. Y'all know we in here. Dope shit. Track four, A Gangster and a Gentleman, was self-titled track. That was produced by Alchemist. That song right there, it felt more like an autobiographical track, pretty much talking about how he came up in the game, that kind of thing, and that what led him to where he is now at that time period. Dope track right there. I like the line where he says, I was out robbing Mexicans 6 in the morning. Mom said I had an F again, riffing and gone to get a little loaded and grown. Soup in the dome fucked me up worse when I went to the group home. Yeah, so dope shit right there. So pretty much talk about what he used to do at the time, robbing, migrant workers, Mexicans, things like that, and that kind of thing. So, Gangster the Gentleman, dope shit right there. One of my favorite tracks as well. Track 5, Black Magic, featuring A.G. Stone. Love that track. One of my favorite tracks of the album. Love the beat for that. That shit just goes hard. Um, I love the line when he says, "It's P versus the demons. That's why I'm fiending for weed, because I don't want to forfeit first. I could even bust my gun and do some office work, but I still want it off this jerk. I can't leave it out my rhymes, because it be part of my dreams to see 20 Porsche marks." Yeah, fucking dope. Porsche's Merc, excuse me. Dope shit. The one thing I noticed about P, he kind of reminded me of Prodigy in his later years. That he rhymes without rhyming. He doesn't rhyme with his words, but it sounds dope. And that's one thing I noticed about him. Because P used to do that. Later on, I've noticed that around, I want to say like the HNIC era and working his way up, like the yeah, a little bit of murder music, but more on HNIC was like more evident that he was doing that. So that kind of reminded me of that. So that's one thing I've learned about Styles P while doing this review. So, but yeah, pretty cool track. Track 6, Daddy Get That Cash. That was produced by Rockwell and DJ Twins, featuring Little Mo. There is a video for it. I consider it to be like an unofficial single. But the reason why I say that is if it has a video, I consider it to be a single. That's just what it is. Does like I said, does have a video for it. Pretty much talking about you know, you know, having a ride or die. His girl being his ride or die. Like his Bonnie to his Clyde. That's what I got. Excuse me. That's what I got from that track. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't write any lyrics for that, but I thought that was pretty cool. So that was track 6, Daddy Get That Cash. Track 7, Look Shots. Fucking love that song. That beat is so dark. It's dope. That was produced by Swiss Beats. Definitely one of Swiss Beats' illest beats that he ever made in his career, my personal opinion. This song was kind of like, if features Sheek Louch, Jadakiss, and J Hood. So to me, I always felt like this song was like the birth of D Block together as a collective. You know what I mean? Because yeah, that's just my opinion. Definitely one of my favorite. Them as a group. Again, one of my favorite songs of the album. I love the line by Styles when he says, "Lick a shot for the stick up kids that's twist up wigs. That's the shit that happens when you pick up beds. Lick a shot for the foreign car, American trucks, old timers that are throw a status of presidents up. Got a dice shooter slang, need a pistol to hang, but the P understand cause the ghetto is fucked." Sheek, whew, Sheek had an ill line too when he says, "I lick shot for my niggas in jail, 23 hours in the hole, on life parole, my Jack Mac niggas, Octopus wildin', closest food they ever get into is the city island." Woo! Killed that shit. Jada when he says, "Lick shots cause my record is clean, middle of the street, broad they letting it scream. If I'm lucky, they'll squirt through your back, and after it'll make sure that I lick shots for the purple and yak." Woo! Killed that. That was dope right there. Love that shit. I wish they made a video for that. That would have been dope. So that was track 7, Lick Shots. Track 8, And I Came To, featuring Eve and Sheek. Another dope track right there. That was also produced by Swiss Beats. One of my favorites as well. Sheek caught a body with that song when he says, "Baby grenades, we deep like baby parades. D Block, I'm gonna sharpen your blades. Let's get it on video with boys flying through corn. Blow footage turning your camcorders on." Whew, fire. Dope shit right there. So that was track 8, And I Came To. Track 9, Get Paid. Another dope track, one of my favorites as well. That was produced by Mr. Divine. Dope track right there. I like the line when he said, "And I told you, I told you, I bust my steel. I stay cuffing bullpen like P. You about to fuck your deal, but I told you I make a bail. I make my bail. I'm at home in the back in the alcohol back trying to shake the jail, and I'm picking up my automatics. Automatically, I got a bad habit making people mad at me." Yeah, dope shit right there. So that was track Get Paid. Track 9. Track 10, Ass Bags. It's a skit. Pointless skit. I didn't really care for the skit too much. Could have done without that. Track 11, I'm a Rough Rider, featuring Jadakiss. Fucking dope track right there. That was produced by PK Killer. Um, Dope track, one of my favorites as well. I like the line by Styles P when he said, "P flows like no nigga. 26 by my old nigga. Don't make me a fuck around and show niggas how to leave a room flat. 20 niggas dead. No money, no jewels, no bullet in the head. Ain't a nigga you know could fuck with the God. I said rap was just a hobby. Gus busting the job. Fire. Dope shit." So that was track 11. I'm a Rough Rider. Dope shit right there. Track 12, Soul Clap. There's another dope track right there. That's produced by DJ Shock. Um, I like the line by Styles when he said, I'm trying to talk to a dime, motherfucker, but I still take the time, cocksucker, to rob y'all niggas for y'all Cartiers. I got a flow that you hardly hear, and a gun with a silencer. Why? Cause they could hardly hear. Woo, fire. That's fucking dope. So that was track 12, Soul Clap. Track 13, We Thugs, My Niggas, featuring Jadakiss and Sheik Louch. Fucking dope song right there. Love the beat for that. It was produced by Duro, and DJ Clue. Duro, he's actually one of, like, a big time engineer. You know what I mean? He was very big in the late '90s, mid '90s and up. You know, that kind of things. You've heard that name before. He's worked with a lot with like Rockefeller and DJ Clue and stuff like that. Definitely one of my favorite tracks. I love the back and forth between all of them. You know, Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheik. Very dope. I love the line when he said, "This is for the coldies that want to snitch, for the murderers that won't miss, for the hustlers that are front bricks, for the hood rats that would want chips, for the stick-up kids creeping with their pump ripped, for a little short with his rhyme books, black girls going to school carrying like 9 books." I've always loved that line. That shit just goes hard. Like, you can picture that shit. Like, you can picture that, you know? So, I love that. I love the beat for that. I think it's a total sample. Very dope. So that was track 13, We Thugs. Track 14, Styles, featuring Jadakiss. That was produced by PK Killer. Jadakiss is actually on the chorus on the track. Very dope. I like the line when he said, "You think you hot? I'ma ball your kid. You think you cool? I'ma throw you in the river with some cement shoes. You can sleep with the fishes. Niggas acting funny, so I gotta keep it moving. I don't speak to the bitches." Yeah, fucking dope. Like I said, it reminded me of P that, he'll say a rhyme, but it doesn't rhyme. But it's dope, like the way he does it. So I really enjoyed that. That was track 14. Track 15, Barbershop, is a skit. It's a little bit on the longer side. It's about like close to like 3 minutes long or whatever the case may be. Or like little over 3 minutes, a little long for my take. But he's pretty much talking about, like that barbershop talk, building with the barbers. Just talking about how the album's gonna come about. What the album's about. That kind of thing. Just breaking down the album to the barbers. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool build. So um, when I was younger, I couldn't really appreciate that skit. But as I got older and I listened to it again, like I appreciate for what it is. So I used to always skip that, but now, like, as I got older, I appreciate it for what it is. Let me get a sip of water. All right. So that was track 15, Barbershop. Track 16, Listen. It's another dope track. That was actually produced by Tank. Yes, the R&B singer Tank made the beat. Uses the I think it's the Love and Happiness sample by Al Green, but the way he flipped it was pretty dope. Um, in the song, it's like he talks about why life is so hard in the hood and that kind of thing. So that's what he talks about in this track. Um, just like for people in the hood in general, that kind of thing. Um, I like the line when he says, "Ask the state why the cells gotta be so cold. Why does nigga here have so many years? Whole family in court crying so many tears. Can you picture us living with hope when the same ones hanging us is giving us dope?" Woo! That is so fucking deep, and it's true. You know what I mean? It's happening right now, which is unfortunate. So that was track 16. Listen. Track 17 is a skit. It's called Niggas Flippin' Skit. Um, it's just pretty much, Styles P, their homeboys, pretty much saying like how Styles P let the fame get to his head. He act like he don't know anybody anymore. That kind of thing, kind of on the hating side and things like that. So, that's just what it is. So that's what I got from that track. So that was track 17. Niggas flipping. Track 18. Yeah, I don't wanna fuck, featuring MOP. Um, Not one of my favorite tracks. I was a little disappointed with this track. It's just based on the beat. I wasn't really feeling the beat. That was produced by Tuneheads. I've heard of them before, but I don't know too much about them. I just was for something like that. I was kind of expecting a banger, and I didn't really get that with this song. I didn't like the beat. It's like too, I don't know, simple for me. You know what I mean? Like, I would have loved for like Dr. Period or like even Lil Fame to make the beat. At that time, he used to go by Fizzy Womack. That's his producer name. So yeah, could have done without that song. Definitely not one of my favorites. Excuse me. Track 19, Shit Done Changed skit featuring Styles P and Garth. So this was a continuation of niggas flipping. So pretty much um the two guys that was talking about Styles, talking shit about Styles P changing, they confront Styles like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, yo, like, man, come on, man. Like, you changed, man. Like, yo, you learned this shit. Like, you been tripping lately, man. You act like you don't know nobody. And then, one of them flip on the other dude saying, like, yo, he was talking greasy about you, talking about you gonna, like, get you lined up. And he was like, oh, what? It sounds like, oh, what? What? Yo, you about to action? I'm just paraphrasing, by the way. Like, yo, you about to action? Like, nah, man, I didn't mean it like that, man. Da. And it's shooting the dude. You know what I mean? He killed him and shit like that. So that's what I got from that. So yeah. So that's track 19. Shit Done Change. Track 20. Nobody Believes Me featuring Chic, Cross, and J Hood. Um, Produced by DJ Shock. Dope track right there. I like the line by Styles P when he said, "Money ain't everything," and then he laughed at me, and I got and said the hammer ought to blast at me. Fucking love that. Another line when he said, "I keep the clothes on your back, feed in your mouth, even pay for the birds when you move niggas down south." Shit, I'm the reason why the block jumping. Let a nigga try to stop something. D block up, pop something, and I'm the reason why you ride or die. Keep a lot of me by your side. Shoot niggas in the eye. Whew. Hold that shit. Dope shit right there. So that was track 20. Nobody Believes Me. Dope shit right there. Track 21. Dedication. Um, in this song, I mean, is it a skit? He just talks about he dedicates the album to the memory of his brother Gary. His brother died. I think the year before, prior back in 2001, due to a car accident. He died in a car accident. So that's what I got from that. And then he also dedicates this album to the streets and to the hustlers, that kind of thing. That's track 21, Dedication. Uh, 22, My Brother, dope song right there. Very heartfelt. That was produced by Mr. Divine. Again, he speaks on his brother. He talks about how he talks about just living through the good times, that reminisces about the good times that he had with his brother's death, and then like how his brother died on Mother's Day of 2001. So it's kind of deep right there. So it's a dope and deep track right there. That easy could have been a single too, but I understand him not doing that because that could be kind of somber for a single, and I don't think it would have done well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, yeah. So that was track 22, my brother. Track 23, the outro. You know, this outro he's just talking about how, you know, he's cool with people rocking with him through the journey. For those that don't, he doesn't really give a fuck. Um, he's just like how playing the streets is not a game. You know, like people can get got the yeah, and you know having respect and honor is like the most important thing you can have as a man. You know, and always keep your head up. You know that kind of thing. So that's what I got from that outro. So that was track 23, and the last track, which is the bonus track, is The Life featuring Pharoah Monch. I fucking love that song. It's the second final single of the album. Love the beat for it. One of Toll's illest beats, in my personal opinion. Um, I love the line when he said, "It's a blunt to the head, a prayer for the dead, run around hustling, scared of the fell. They said death is eternal sleep, but the only thing is you ain't really sure if you prepared to But the only thing is, you ain't really sure if you're prepared for the bed." Man, that shit right there, definitely heartfelt. You know what I mean? Overall, my personal opinion, this is a classic album. Unfortunately, this album never got really promoted that well, unlike Jadakiss' first album. Um, yeah, I just felt like it was the subject matter. He didn't really have any like club bangers or anything like that, like compared to Jadakiss's album. He was like more deep, you know, he's like more introspective, but he was like really about the streets, you know what I mean? Now, here's a question. I've been seeing a lot of people comparing this album and Styles and Jadakiss's album, which is the better album. For me, I'm gonna have to go with this. I think the production was a lot better. Not to say that Kiss the Game Goodbye didn't have good beats, because they did. Um, I just feel like with Kiss the Game Goodbye, my only issue was like some of the skits were kind of pointless. With the exception of Jay Jerkin, I thought that was pretty funny. But some of the skits I could have done without. Yeah, and the song "Cruising" that was on that album, that was such a waste of waste of a song. I didn't really care for that. But this album is dope. It's dark. It's deep. You know, it's introspective. It's gangster. You know, that kind of thing. And like I said, the album wasn't really promoted very well, which is unfortunate. But very underrated. A lot of people don't really talk about this album. You know what I mean? They do. The heads do. But you know, they don't really talk about Styles P like that. And I think over the years, he had a great career, moving on up. You know, throughout the 2000s and up. So, but yeah, A Gangster and the Gentleman. This is released in 2002. Let me know what you guys think. And yes, I do have to do the Chic Luch Walk With Me album, so definitely stay tuned. Might do that tomorrow. We'll see. I have to get his Time Is Money album. I don't have that, so I'll definitely get that soon. I get paid on Friday, so I'll probably just get that and pick it up online or whatever the case may be. So hope you guys enjoyed that review. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned. All right, peace.